The rain wouldn't stop. The whole city seemed frozen under a gray sky, reflections of neon lights trembling in the puddles. Madison stood under the awning of an old bookstore, clutching a closed umbrella. Her clothes were soaked, her breath shaky. After that fight with her mother, she didn't know where to go. The words "you're confused, you're not like that" kept echoing in her head. But she wasn't confused. She just loved differently. A car slowed down beside her. An old Honda, paint fading but headlights warm. The window rolled down and a voice said gently, "Hey, you look freezing. Need a ride?" Madison hesitated. The girl behind the wheel had kind brown eyes and a smile that somehow cut through the rain. "I don't ride with strangers," Madison said. "Then don't," the girl replied. "I'm Amber. Now I'm not a stranger." Madison couldn't help but smile. Something about her felt safe. She got in. The air smelled of vanilla and rain. "You don't seem like the kind of person who drives around during a storm," Madison said. "I'm an artist," Amber answered. "Sometimes rain helps me see colors differently. Tonight I saw you." Those words stayed with her. No one had ever spoken to Madison like that, like she was the art. They stopped at a small cafe, where it smelled of caramel and warmth. Amber ordered 2 hot chocolates and told stories with her hands. About painting, about freedom, about not fitting in and learning to love that. Madison listened. Something inside her softened. They started seeing each other often after that. Madison brought her coffee while Amber painted murals on old walls. Sometimes they'd sit in her car for hours, just listening to the sound of rain. One night, when the wind grew cold, Amber said, "Come to my place. I'll make tea. I have candles, and a bathtub big enough for a small miracle." She smiled, teasing but gentle. Amber's apartment was small, filled with color and life. Paintings everywhere. Plants growing from jars. In the bathroom, candles flickered on the edges of the tub, their glow painting gold on white tiles. "Get in," Amber said softly. "You're freezing. Just relax." Madison hesitated, then stepped in. Warm water wrapped around her like safety. Amber sat beside the tub on the floor, her knees pulled up, just watching the ripples of light dance across Madison's skin. "You ever feel like you don't belong anywhere?" Madison asked quietly. "All the time," Amber said. "That's why I paint. To build a place where I do." They sat in silence for a while. Then Amber reached out, brushing a wet strand of hair from Madison's face. "Can I?" she whispered. Madison nodded. Their lips met softly, uncertain but real. It wasn't about desire. It was about recognition. About being seen. The rain outside kept playing its endless rhythm while the candles burned low. For the first time, Madison didn't feel broken. She felt loved. Weeks later, Amber was gone. Her phone disconnected. The apartment empty. Madison searched, called, begged for a sign. Nothing. Until one evening she saw it, on a wall near the old cafe. 2 birds painted in flight, and under them, "I still see you in every rain." Madison's hands trembled as she traced the letters. And then behind her, "I didn't mean to disappear." She turned. Amber was standing there, tears mixing with the rain. "Where were you?" "My mom got sick. I had to go. I didn't want to drag you into it. But I thought of you every day." Silence hung between them, heavy and electric. Madison stepped forward. "You could have just told me." "I know," Amber said, voice breaking. "But I'm here now, if you still want me." Madison didn't answer with words. She kissed her, the same kind of kiss as before. Trembling, honest, full of everything they'd been too scared to say. Rain poured around them, blurring the world, and Amber whispered, "That night in the bathtub, I realized love isn't about being perfect. It's about being seen and staying." Madison smiled through the rain. "And I realized love doesn't make us weak. It makes us real." Now they live together in a tiny apartment filled with paintings, candles, and laughter. Every time it rains, Madison opens the window and says, "Listen. It's our rain. It never really stopped."